Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about The Other Side of Mars by Mick Mars. This is an album that I was super excited about because Mick Mars was kind of always that mysterious darkness guy in Motley Crue, and I was thinking, are we going to get like a dark horror album from him or something like that? Guitar album, revenge album, but actually in the end it turned out it's something completely different. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the album background, my first impressions of this album, the standout songs, and the good, bad and the rating. So Mick had been in Motley Crue for over 40 years, and he said when he made this album that he had some leftover songs that didn't really fit with Motley Crue. So I could safely assume that this would not be like a Motley Crue album with someone who could actually sing. He got together a crew, and the crew consists of Jacob Bunton, who is the singer who's been singing with Steven Adler actually. He does singing on everything except 3 songs. One is instrumental song and 2 songs sung by another guy. Chris Collier, who's like a multi-instrumentalist guy that has worked with Korn, Lynch Mob and Whitesnake. He plays the bass on this album. Then Ray Lucier, who is the drummer from Korn. Brian Gamboa, or Brian Gamboa, I think his name is actually. He sings on 2 songs. He's not a very known guy actually. And then Paul Taylor, who is in Winger, he plays on the keyboards. And the producer of this album is Michael Wagner, who actually worked on Too Fast for Love already back in 1981 with Motley Crue. And the album came out on the 23rd of February, and it's 10 songs, 39 minutes roughly. I took it to work. I listened in the car, I listened on a run, and I even listened with the Beast in the dog park. So my first impression of the album was that it's kind of heavy and dark in some way. It's good sound, but a little bit too compressed for me. Mars had said that he was looking for a sound that took him away from the traditional Motley Crue sound, but I feel that he kind of stumbled onto a sound that a bunch of other guys have. And that brings me into that I feel a lot of kind of Stone Sour, Corey Taylor, even Stone Temple Pilots vibes on this album somehow. But there is some good stuff in between. But I don't know that it's not really like a guitar-driven album, which I kind of expected when it's a guitar player that kind of stands behind the whole project. So the standout songs, there are 3 really good songs on this album that I feel. The first one is a song called Broken on the Inside. That is kind of starts off super heavy, has singing through some sort of an effect, has some screaming in the beginning, and then breaks out into kind of like a thrash metal or something like that. It's really well sung by Jacob, and it's a very dark song somehow. The next one that I really liked is called Killing Breed. That's a very slow burner, almost like 6 minutes. It's sang by Brian Gamboa, and I don't know, he does really well on that song, and that song has strings and some drama, and it creates kind of that soundscape that I expected somehow from Mick Mars. The third song that I really like on this album is called Undone, and it's again a song sung by Brian Gamboa. A little bit kind of standard song somehow, but it's just a good standard song. It has a really nice melody, it's kind of dramatic, atmospheric and so on, but yeah, this song could have been by a bunch of other bands, but it's just a really, really good song in its own right. There are 2 songs that I think could have been a Motley Crue songs. That one is called Ain't Going Back, and the other one is called Memories. They could easily have been Crue songs if he would have put it on an album by them. The last song is a instrumental song called La Noir, or LA Noir. And that's a nice kind of blues rocks with some cool leads and great guitar tones. So the good stuff about this album, it has a great sound, great production. It's a bit, as I said, too compressed on the guitars for me somehow. I would like to have more brightness, but it works, it's cool. There are 3 to 4 good songs on it, and when it's on, it's really, really on. There is nothing here that drags out, and it kind of flows nicely from start to finish, and these 39 minutes kind of blow by very fast, to be honest. It's not a revenge album, which I think is a really good thing, actually. The bad thing is that it doesn't really distinguish itself from kind of a lot of this, somebody said, faceless metal that has been coming out for the last kind of 20 years or something, and I feel that it kind of falls a little bit into that trap. And I think that somehow I expected that Mick Mars would do more soundscapes and more kind of darkness, horror, kind of movie kind of music somehow. I don't know. And for sure the guitar sound is not the Motley Crue sound, but I think he could have actually maybe found a sound that would have taken him somewhere else, or even used some of the Motley Crue sound and just on different songs. I think that could even have been cool. So I'm actually going to give this album 7 out of 10. I just feel that Mick Mars has always been so special that I kind of expected something a little bit more special than this. It's not a bad album, not at all, but it doesn't really do anything, bring anything new to the table. There's a lot of other stuff like this out there right now. I'm curious to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments, and I would be very happy if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. Then I would like to tell you to check out this video here about the 5 worst concerts that I had in 2023, and then this video here is about the next wave of heavy metal. These are 5 up and coming bands that I think are gonna break big in 2024. See you over there.